great, it was organized, and try to keep it together. Yeah, she went to the first around all the yeah. Put that down. Hey, your grandpa taught me that. Where's the mic? He never let me use it.
The last time we were together, we went to the cliff dwellings, and after that,
that probably half of the people in this room could say kilo, okay, and the other half listen to it on the other side of the lines. Okay, for you who are in the control room, know do what kilo meant. Well, today we celebrate the life of Rich Hawk, a legend. In the radio industry, who created the icon, Kilo. The station has been delivering rock music to listeners for 3.5 decades in Colorado Springs. The evolution of FM radio and rock and roll paralleled what Kilo and Rich Hawk did in Colorado Springs. He was not finished with music. 13.5 years later, he launched KRXP 103.9. Hawk was a master of perfection, and he demanded that every level of performance from everyone who worked for him was at that standard. All of you can relate to that and have been there and know what a master he was. I know firsthand the perfection. As a sales manager in 1982, I decided that I wanted to ask Rich for a little more commercial airtime. Right? Can you get this one? Oh, it went so well. I walked into the control room because the timing was perfect. He was on the air. I said, Hawk, you only allow me to have one remote on a Saturday, and now I can only run 3 minutes of commercials. Can we move it up to 5 minutes? The response was immediately a deluge of 8-track carts with a commercial download. For everybody under 35, that's like downloading today. It's a good thing because it was a computer company. Okay? And so that underscored the fact that the commercial load was too heavy as it was now. So being, kind of smart and brave to fight another day, I walked out of the control room immediately, went to the hospital, got the stitches taken. So, another day in the life of 33 years that I spent with that guy and learned everything I know about radio. So, with that, he has impacted all our lives by Hawk's brilliance in music. Those awards that he received and he's accomplished, and people in this room who got awards because they worked under the master, were not lightly given. He was brilliant. He could listen to a minute of a song and know that it was good. 30 seconds. Now you sound like your father. I mean, I want to get a bit Come on. Yeah, and he really just knocked it off. That's why you have bands like Metallica, Megadeth, Cheap Trick, Creed. You can go down the list, and when his retirement party was a few years ago, we had folks in from the labels, and they said who these artists were who became superstars. The man was brilliant. He even saved Bruce Springsteen up in Woodland. Okay, and sat in the gas station at Woodland Park for 2 hours with Bruce Springsteen, and nobody knew either one.
You know why he did that, right?
Yeah, he did that.
You know why he did that?
Why did he do
He
that?
did that for Mom.
You-
He got the phone call because of Mom, because Mom was a Springsteen.
Free.
Free.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's not even. That'll do.
Well, it's pretty cool. We're in a chapter, so there you go. Okay. So that's how we got that. Also, too, his love for music, he started in country. But I would tell you this, and this is a historical note. For 3 years, Rich Hawk broke format on Kilo and simulcast the symphony's performance in its entirety from Memorial Park, and then went back into format playing Hendrix on the Whitetown. 3 years. We got a national recognition for that because at that time Nightline was covering different communities and what they did for 4th of July. When they heard about this, they came in and they covered the brilliance, the music expanded. Also, in addition to throwing cards at me lovingly, we all know that Hawk was a sensitive, caring person who would do anything for anybody at any time, and he did. You could count on him 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and he was there for you. Always, always, always. And the guy was a brilliant artist. There's one of his paintings hanging in the conference room at Kilo and RXP, and he was colorblind. So the man is truly one of a kind, caring individual. And I'll just end by saying, Hawk, like his music, was universal. And we will miss him deeply, and we love him, and he will never be forgotten. As a matter of fact, or I must say this, that Charlotte, North Carolina, where our company is, Beverly Baker Colston, the owner and the president of the company, has been in communications with me on a daily basis. I sent a beautiful letter personally over to Betty. It was meant for Rich, but unfortunately it arrived too late, and is just totally involved and is asking every day what's going on. That's how much love, respect, and devotion he has. It goes all the way back to our company headquarters in Charlotte. All right, Chelsea, you're on.
All right. Gabe got something. he
Gabe?
wants to say.
Good. I do. Get over here so everybody can see that beautiful face of yours.
I didn't notice how famous my grandpa was. And so last night, we were driving home from Grandpa's house. We were cleaning out everything, and we found this billboard at Independent Records, and it said "Rest in peace, Rich Hall." And I freaked out.
We all did it.
And it's really all I have to say.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna hold it. There we go. All right. Okay, so all you probably know me. Probably saw me running around the station, around the place. But I'm his daughter, Chelsea. You know, my dad, he'll never die. Not all Kilo still broadcasts. Not all those of us who loved him remember him and honor him and cherish his memory. He lives on in the lives of every single person in this room. He lives on in me, in his grandchildren, and he'll live on in their children's children. He lives in his mother, the strongest woman besides my own mother that I've ever known. In every job he ever mentored, in every label representative, every salesperson, everyone who's ever turned their dial to Kilo 94.3 or 103.9. He lives. He wasn't always an easy person to get along with, with a temper and never wanted to mince any words. But underneath that gruff exterior, he cared so deeply. His passion for what he did and for music was his reason for being. Mentoring his staff, making every person who walked through those doors the best they could be. That's what he cared about. That's why he got up at 5:30 every morning to make sure that he was the first person through those doors. Because he loved his job, and he loved the people he worked with, and he loved music. And he passed that love on to me. I would not be the person that I am today without the influence of the people in this room either, or without my love of music. He gave me that gift. I'll miss him every day for the rest of my life. I'll even miss hearing, "Chelsea, Ray, turn that down!" But knowing what a mark he left on this town, on people, on the world, it's going to be a great comfort to me every time I think about how much I miss him. I love you, Daddy. Thank you for giving me the most unique upbringing in the world.